Hello, this is Vicky Retro Queen Bee. Art, let's be busy in art. Well, a lot has happened from last Tuesday to this Tuesday. And I am testing my microphone right now. It's working well, so that's good. And I need to put on my comments. I would love to hear from folks. So just go ahead and comment. I have my comments on, and we have a blank screen today, don't we? So I have been making clusters with all my ephemera because I need to know what I have so I can work with everything. And I put them in the basket here that I've completed. This one, I just started. You notice I put some lime paint in here, some fabric, some stamping. Let's see, it goes this way because this says enjoy. Lots of different layers with this particular cluster. Let's see, live, stream quality updated. Stream quality has been automatically something. Well, I don't know what that would mean for us. And as soon as I put my mouse on it, it went away. So that's very interesting. All right, so hopefully the stream is coming through nicely. If anybody can give me a comment to tell me that they can see this particular cluster. All right, so I have a video on how I made this, and it's just stenciling on a Asimic writing covered old paper. Okay. Let's see. I think, well, I have a plastic bag here. You don't need to see a plastic bag. So I'm going to kind of go through this basket and just let you see what I've done with clusters. This week is what I've been working on. And so this one, this right here, these were squished flowers, and then I just stenciled on them with an old newspaper. And then this is what I had made in the ephemera session that we had. This is ephemera that I had made on watercolor paper, and I just thought it looked good. On this paper that was just squished with plant juice. And then I added to this one the file folder in the back. Now this one was supposed to be my cover for my journal. And I think it will be a cover for a journal. And so these are the mushrooms. And this is all done in, gosh, I forget what I used. So it makes it look like a ground. I think threads and paint. Okay. And then I made this one. I didn't cut this off, but probably should be cut off. And this is just a stencil on a white piece of covered old paper. And these are ephemera that I made. Here's some more ephemera that I have made. It looks like a glass vase with flowers. and I just used cardboard. That would make a nice pocket. And then this one I pieced together, and then I just used for the backing paper sack. But I made, see, I pieced everything together. I kind of created it to make it look like that. And then we just have, this is a napkin on top of jelly print paper roll that was just painted white on the jelly plate. Oh yes, my ladies. Let's see how many ladies. Well, this is one lady. She is actually in my coffee shop under ladies. And I did trim her, and I trimmed her bun off, and I added coloring to her beads. I even colored her mouth and add some orange highlighting. And this is what I came up. I think that'd make a cute pocket. And then it's on top, see the jelly print was just white, and I put a napkin on top of it. Let's see. I've made so much this week. So this is just a leaf that is also in my coffee shop. I made whimsical leaves that you can just cut out or use on your own, whatever you want. This is a flower I made and a spiral. And then I backed it onto, this is an old piece of paper that I had paint on. And here's a tiny little flower. This one I pieced together probably this way. I haven't really finished it. It's on manila folder for backing, and I just put a tea bag on top of the paper, painty paper, and this is what I made, and this is what, and the leaf is left over from the print that I had. Now, this is an unusual piece because it is from my medicine box, and I do have my medicine box in my coffee shop that you can download for templates. And what I like to use this for is either like on this side of the page, or if you have a pocket, looks like it needs a little, or a pocket that's giving you problems. Like some of the digital pockets that you get aren't strong enough or tall enough. Well, you can put this on that pocket and make it stronger. So that's that. And let's see, oh, it goes this way. And then I just pasted, collaged certain papers. This old paper, this is old paper stamping. I think I might have done this. I think I did it on a jelly plate. And of course my ephemera I made, and here is some more of the ephemera, intuitive, looking at the jelly plate. And I did that one. You can see I have done a lot. And this one is from the templates in my store for my medicine. Why I put these for templates is they work really nice. Plus, that medicine costs $18,000 a month for me to take. Can you believe it? $18,000. And of course, I've had assistants, so. Now, I put these back in this basket so I don't forget about them, right? Because those are also things I can use in that. And I created I just put a cloth underneath these balloons on an old piece of paper. This one I used my leaf on dyed cloth, and that one I made. This is the little one I made. This is a tiny one I made. Oh, and I had to do something with this pocket because it was driving batty. So this is what I did. I made a little window, and that's out of one of these guys. Not the number one, but I cut up a similar one to like this. Maybe it might have been more flowers in it. Alright, and then I put my pretty ladies. This is in my Ko-fi shop. And this is in my Ko-fi shop, this lady as well. And I just cut her out and put her on this backing. And that's a jelly print in back of her. And then more ladies. I made this lady. She's from my Ko-fi shop. I put some numbers. I tried out a 3 on this particular old paper, so I just made it into a label. And I really like her. She's cute. Alright, this is another one from my ladies in the shop. I just added a bunch of stuff, and this is the old material, and so I just cut out the flowers with her, and see how I just start layering stuff that you have, and I want to use that someday. And that, and here is a little band that I made. And this is from the gel print, and that I made. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but this is, if you can see it, it kind of like comes around. It's a flower that I smushed through my Big Shot machine. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I did put it on a piece of paper. And this one was fun to make. This is what I drew off the jelly plate. And then this, I added leaves in back of it and little plants from a book that I have. Let's see, and that's that's sheep wool underneath there. I have a bunch of sheep wool. I need to do something with it. And that's from my ephemera. There's a cluster from my ephemera, a cluster from my ephemera. And here I made a tree. This particular tree, I do have in my Ko-fi shop this pattern in many colors. And it comes in a sheet. Well, there's 3 trees that are whimsical that you can cut out, or you can use them, for your journal page. And there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. See, I had a lot of ephemera, right? And if I don't do something like these clusters, then I don't know what the heck I got. And so I do better. See, now I just layered one of my pink jelly plates. And then these were printed flowers from my Big Shot machine. And there's a little cluster. So I'm trying to take my ephemera and just make clusters that I hope will work out in my journal, my extra large journal, or my calendar journal. And let's see, and I just made these I got little ones, and then I did my pink flamingo, and I think, I did this one too. I'm not sure if you saw this last year, but last Tuesday, but what I did, let me take some of this out of here. So what I did is, this particular piece here I had as a dried flower for 2 years at least, and I didn't know exactly what to do with this, so I looked at it and looked at it, and I thought, well, I'll just start layering. So this is a jelly print. This is Wipe Off from a jelly print. This is just an old paper, my mother's eyes, and some cloth under here. So I'm not sure exactly, oh, you can't really see it too well. I'm going to turn it this way. Then you can at least see it, the whole thing. And this particular tree print is from my Ko-fi shop. That's one of the trees that you can cut out and have an ephemera with it. That's all. This is my original art. That I made, that I made, that I made, that I made, and then I made I have one of those ladies left, and I thought, oh, I'm going to put her around a branch with, she can be in the middle with surrounded by butterflies. And then this is just old paper that I did a jelly plate roll on. So that's what I've been doing most of the week, is just trying to get my clusters in order. And we will be making one if we have enough time, because I want to finish this extra large. Gosh, where did I put my, you know, I put things places and then I can't find them, right? Because I want, oh, here it is. All right. So I made this a long time ago. It's that paper, origami paper that you make out of a magazine. Well, and then you stitch it and make these squares, right? Well, I'm going to do something with this, and I hope it works. I'm going to put it in water and let it soak. So my water's right on the side here. And just kind of let that soak with water. And while that's soaking, I don't think it matters how long. You know what? I think I am going to adjust my camera a little bit. It just looks... just because I cannot get the total picture in there, and I want to get the total picture. Okay, so I think that's better. I had it too close. All right, so I stamp printed these on tracing paper, and I want to add, oh, this is one of my, you guys saw me make this. Okay, so let's, I'm not sure, this one I need to stitch around. So I made this recent tag, and I stamped it and used my telephone book, but I do need to sew around this. So that is something that I need to do. Put that in there. All right, so I have a film. I did film this particular process. I made this envelope, and you know, when you use a big button here, it acts nice as a closure. Well, these envelopes, I really, as you can tell, they are very grungy. And so I have, oh, I don't want to lose that. So I have a this is not a pocket, but a belly band here. And that's a pocket, and that's a pocket. And then it just folds up. Oh, I keep losing one. And that. And of course, I just also did the back. So, and then what I plan to do, I haven't finished this completely, my envelopes, but they were pretty grungy envelopes. All right, so let's see here. I put white gesso, I put paint over this on both sides. This is for my girl. I had her a standard size. You can size these girls whatever size you want. And I did her on tracing paper. And I can see that I need a little bit more glue right here. I'm surprised because I thought I put a lot of gunk on there. All right, and of course I used the matte golden gel. All right, so that's a piece of something that I added. So I think she looks cool on this page, sophisticated. I didn't really paint anything in. I could maybe paint her lips a little, but this is just how it worked out. You can see I have a little tiny tear there, but you know, it looks messy, and that's okay with me. All right, so this is my girls again, and I just cut them out of tracing paper so you can kind of see through them. And this was also, so these girls are in my Ko-fi shop. And let's do, oh, and I know you've already, okay. So where did I said, oops, I didn't want to lose them. And see, they're already gone. All right. All right. Did you guys, I probably should have done you first, so I wouldn't have lost you, right? Okay. So I had a dragonfly picked out, oh, and a bird, and another bird. So these particular things in rice paper, I stamped this with a stamp and paint. Now, what I'm going to do, because a lot of the artists I know use that water thing, but to be honest with you, I don't like the borders around it. So I am going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut right on the black line. I'm going to fussy cut it. Is that what we call it? Fussy cut this bird the best I can with my hands. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do not want any of the white rice paper as a border. I may have to use it for the feet. We will see how close I can get. You know, it just takes some time. You can listen to some music. Anybody have any comments out there? I just can't believe how time flies. I think my husband might have food poisoning. I'm kind of monitoring him. He feels terrible. There's no fever, but he does kind of have a headache and nausea. I don't know. He's kind of in bed with his pajamas on. and just relaxing. He hasn't eaten much today, so I may ask him, see if he wants some food. Okay, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get the white round off the feet. But I'm going to kind of like and there's now, you know, if I wanted to be really picky, and do I want to be that picky now? But I would cut that white out in the middle. And so I guess that's what I'm going to do, because I would do it. I would actually do it if I wasn't on a Tuesday live. I would do it. So let me get this. I have these, I have this basket. I'm going to grab it. Let's see. Where? I know you're in here because there we are. See, now I need a basket twice this size. Oh, you put all the things I need, right? This just fell into the water. I'm getting low on fabric tack, so I'm keeping it on its belly. All right, this is really hard to use a little knife and not tear it, because it is rice paper, and we're kind of like, I'm probably not going to be able to get all the rice paper out of this middle, but I'm going to try. Right. Oop, come on. I did change the blade on this. This is just a cheap from China, I think. My husband got it for me. He sometimes tries to win prizes, and then you got to buy something. He gets sucked into buying something, and that's how I got this. Okay. Or do we have it? Where is that coming from? So I'm not going to do this perfect, right? But I am probably going to leave the feet. Hopefully the others aren't so fussy to cut out. I probably could have had them cut out. I didn't think they would be so fussy. Alright, and who doesn't like a dragonfly, right? I have really used a lot of this stuff. So this is print inking with a black ink. I think I did black ink on this one with the jelly plate, and doing stamping, print stamping with a stamp. And it's really cool because once you get it on there, it just blends into the paper. It looks translucent. So I watched a video with 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Hansel, and they had a video already saying if you want to participate in Decemberamba, right? Decemberamba, I think that's how you say it. It's a good thing to start on your journal for 31 days there are for December, because they apparently are going to have, well, we don't have to count the weekends, so no, we don't need that many pages, because they're not filming they're not doing anything on the weekends. But it'll be a Monday through Friday daily thing that they have in December. And I didn't participate last year. I'm not sure why, because I have participated almost every time that they've done it. I like to do it because they get pretty original. They do use their, of course, digital prints, and I do too. My digital prints for my coffee shop, though, are all original art. You're not going to find the prints in another place, because there's no such thing. They're all original that I had digitalized, that you might want to go and check them out and see if you want to use them in your art. And I use the link tree. If you go into Linktree, all my links for my coffee shop, all the social media that I am on. Oh, what happened? Oh, I just looked at this. I'm going, what happened? Oh my gosh. Okay. I have a little window here that looks, I mean, it's working, but how in the heck? I don't know how to make it bigger. I don't want to push the X. Oh my gosh, I can't see any of the comments. I don't know what happened. What did I do? Oh, I see. It's my mouse. Okay. I must have touched my mouse. Oh, it's a good thing I can figure out all these technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. I don't know if the screen was okay for you. Please let me know if my screen is working well through a comment. That'd be great. All right, one more to go. Now, I'm trying to think. This is a bird. Let's see, where's that peak? I don't know if you're going to be able to tell it's a bird once I get it on there, because it's a very whimsical bird. One of my stamps, I practiced and practiced with this stamp because it is very whimsical, and I got all these beautiful colors, and so I wanted to so you can kind of see the beak. I'm coming up to the head right there, and the beak is right there. So this bird can fly any which way direction, right? Because it does have a beak, and birds fly everywhere, right? Be careful for my mouth so that doesn't. All right, so let's see if we can get some more white off of here, but keep the beak intact so that it will look more like a bird, right? And you know, those who are new, you always fussy cut, turning your, there. Very unusual bird, but it is a bird. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie and Clive is here in the comment section. I'm just still soaking that. Hopefully I don't soak it too much. And so I need my golden matte medium. Oh, it's right here. All right. So I think I wanted this yellow bird kind of sitting here on this. Yeah. So so what I do, because if I put the medium because it's just a rice paper, and this has happened to me, if I don't put the medium right, I don't have the right brush I want. These are too stiff. Maybe this one will do. I can, the rice paper will just have a fit. So I want to kind of like have enough medium to get my little bird here. And let's see, I need oh, thank you, Bonnie. She says it looks really good. I've been playing with tracing paper. I think it worked. I tried rice paper and it just melted on me. In doing transparencies. So this is actually tracing paper. But you have to be so careful because, you know, it can tear really easy. And I like to get enough goop on it so it won't tear and it'll stay nice in the journal and be adhered. Okay, so I could probably take that off. I might do a little bit of fingers, just because I might have a little too much goop, but I'd rather have too much medium than not enough. Okay, and then we're going to do the butter. So do I want... I have a doctor's appointment, so can't stay, but I'm glad I got to pop in and say hi. Hi, Bonnie. And it looks really good. I really appreciate you dropping by. Thank you so much. And I think I'll have the dragonfly that way. And this odd looking bird will just have, it's going to be looking... Maybe we should have this, oops, this odd little bird. Does he need something to sit on? If he does, we can kind of make him come over here. Why not? And then he'll touch her. Okay. Oops, see? Oh, all right. So this little thing has a head right here, has a long body. I'm just kind of doing this by eye and getting the wingspan here. This works so much better. I've tried all different kinds of ways putting this on. Oops. And I still... Just going to, oh, I don't want to do it too much. Okay, because my hands are strong. And then you take the plastic. And just press it in. Bye, Bonnie. Thank you for coming by. Gosh, I really appreciate it. Don't we all love a dragonfly? And one thing, they're like butterflies. They are always in the air, so you can just stick them in the air. Okay, so I should be able to take this off. Probably going to get a new piece after that. And I'm just going to use my fingers. Alright, and this bird is an odd looking bird, I realize it. But let's put it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have, oh, I have that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9 will be the envelope. I'm going to put the envelope there. Alright. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. See? I automatically tried to do that. And now it's going to not want to do as well, probably. Alright, and then let's... I probably used too much, but I'm like, well, I'd rather use too much than not enough. All right. So let's get some stretch wrap. It's so hard to pull the stretch wrap from the roll. At least it is for mine. So I'm going to have some extra jelly, some extra trying to keep odd numbers on, but you can't all. Sometimes it looks good when it's not odd numbers as well. This one's being a little more flighty. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna kind of bring that excess. It also will strengthen your paper. So I've used all old papers, many old papers. I built the pages using old paper. And so by using a gel matte medium over the paper, it does get stronger. So that's how that works. So this, oh, I don't want to touch it yet. See, it's just very, very delicate. So I think what I'm going to do is let these guys dry, and we will do this paper that I made, because it's still in the water. And so this is, hopefully this works. I saw this off another channel. She's from Wonderlust. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have. So what her idea is, when it's wet like this, then you know it comes apart better for the holes in the middle. So let's see. So you can just, it's kind of hard to see all these holes. I want more holes in the middle. And then when you put and you can see where I sewed everything. Now they're not all the same square size but I used a heavy magazine paper, and it seemed to be a little bit harder to get my squares cut out of it. This watering it does, this is called lace paper, made with origami. Is it origami? I think. Not origami. It's where you create paper by using, I use coconut oil. I did get some starch because I want to try that technique too and see what the difference is. I haven't tried that technique. I've always, made it with coconut oil. And it's because I had that on hand, right? So we always use what we have on hand first. Okay, so I'm getting more openness, right? A little bit easier with it being soaked in water. And then I am going to paint it with white gesso after I pick at it and pick at it, huh? Oh, see, it's coming. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. The windows are coming apart. So the paper is coming apart more. Oh, it looks like I got some string. I don't know how good my sewing was. It's kind of difficult making all these little squares out of string. Okay. Well, this is going to be a process. But it is making my holes appear, which I wanted them to appear, so you can see the holes that I'm getting. It might be because, you know, I made this into a piece of fabric from the paper, and it was just harder to get it to make a lace. And I wasn't sure. I haven't ever tried this before. I've made paper lace, but not out of this type of paper that was turned into a cloth. But I thought, why not? Why not try it? It's getting better and easy to pick and come apart. And so wherever those squares are sewed, we just have to pick it. And it softly comes apart. The paper. And then you have left, of course, the squares that you sewed with thread. Now my squares are not all the same size. They are different sizes. So I don't know how many people are Christians, but I am, and I started a Bible study Tuesday mornings. I'm studying the book of Hebrew. Just started. Just went through the first lesson. We're going to be going on the second lesson. And it was very interesting. Very interesting. I learned some things. You know, you think you know much of the Bible at my age, but every time I take a Bible study, I always learn something different. Okay, so this, okay, there we go. Okay, guys, melting away. All right. I'm trying to think. I think she used a regular gesso. She didn't use a clear gesso. So you want enough of it poking out. See? so that whatever you put underneath it, you can see. Now there's a big square where my threads didn't hold. That could be it too. Alright. Okay. Gosh, I wonder if that would be enough. I'm lifting it up so I can see it. Just to make sure my holes are enough. Let's take some out here. So, okay. Alright, so I just want to get this all shaken off here. There, that looks better. Well, I can tell. So I am going to get this mess off my desk, right? Let's put this down. All right. Over here. I don't need those anymore. Okay, getting all this crapioli off my desk because I'm going to paint on the back of it. See if it works. Oh, this is an experiment. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I've never done this before, I'll admit it. But it sounds like it would work. And I think I'm going to put gloves on and use my hands. Wow, I bought this jar of gesso so long ago. It lasts forever. All right, so we're at, I tell you, 58 minutes. Boy, that's what it tells me. I've been live for 58 minutes. Didn't seem that long. Okay, so I don't know which way would be front and which way would be back. I'm gonna have to decide that. All right. Okay. Did I pick out enough? Hopefully I did. Okay. Alright, so do I want that the front? Or do I want this the front? Decision. They pretty much look the same, don't they? So I think I'll make this the back. So I'm going to, it's wet, and so I'm going to just start painting it like she did. I don't know if I picked enough squares out. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay. So I may need like a stick here to kind of, this particular gesso, I don't remember the name, I bought at a Ben Franklin store that's close by my house. At least 3 or 4 years ago. So you can see how gesso can last you a long time, but it stays good. I just wanted to do that. And I'm going to pour it on my hands. And I'm just going to start. Hopefully it works. I have no idea. Oh, so I get it, of course, in a spot. All right. Oh, how am I going to do this? Well, I don't have this. Oh, we could do this way. Okay, so I'm not too familiar with putting gesso on lace paper, but it's probably going to be on both sides. Yeah, so it's not going to matter which side to pick or not. So I guess you just go for it, right? Let's kind of get this. Yeah, try that. Now this will have to dry, and I will show you in the community page what it turns out to be, and hopefully I can use it over a particular picture or something in my journal, my long journal, extra large journal that we've been working in. All right. Isn't this fun just to make a mess? Okay. So when you get the gesso, it doesn't matter which side, because all of it is going to get gessoed. This is kind of a lighter gesso. Let's see, it is white acrylic, but this particular gesso, compared to some other gessos, is more of a translucent. So see, you can still see the green, and you can still see, yeah. Wow, I just gotta find a place for this to dry, and I'm done putting gesso on it. So I think I got a place back here at my table in the back of me. Oh, all right. Well, we made a mess, or I made a mess. I've been wanting to try that forever. All right. So I'm going to lay it on parchment paper to dry. Spreading it out. All right. So that's done. I do have kind of a mess. I'm laid it on parchment paper. Which I love working on parchment paper. Alright, so let's see how this is doing. I had my husband turn on the air conditioner because, oh my gosh, I was like so hot today. It was in the 80s. I cannot tolerate heat very well. I don't know why. My body just does not tolerate it well. Oh, I can see where I look. Okay. So I hope this does not bother you. This seems to have a lot of noise. And the excess poopy that I see. So you can see the beak of the bird. The wings are coming into here with a curly tail. Oh, it's an abstract bird for sure. And hopefully my little girl doesn't mind having a bird on her, close to her arm, huh? I really like how that turned out though. Now see, I fussy cut this and fussy cut that in there. I fussy cut her all around because I think it looks better. I don't like when you do the water, it just, I don't like it. Working with tracing paper takes some practice. That's all I can say. Let's see. But as you can see, once it's dried, it just blends into the paper. The yellow bird blends into the paper. I don't know how long it'll take to dry. I'm just helping it along a little bit. Once it's dried, it's pretty well on there, and you know, I don't think it's going to come off. It's just making sure it's completely dry because the tracing paper is very delicate. But I like to make my own stamps, which you can do by using stamps and using acrylic paint and block printing with acrylic paint. It's really a lot of fun. It does take a lot of practice to get to be, you know, where you want to be with it. So I would suggest getting out some tracing paper. I tried it with rice paper, and the rice paper, when I put it on my journal, it just melted. And I thought, this is supposed to be really good rice paper. The rice paper for me didn't work very well, so I thought, oh, I'm not going to use it. It just melted on me. But as you can see, these are coming alive. And that's going to cover the one page because I'm going to put my envelope, and hopefully I want to put it on there. This one is still a little bit damp. This one is pretty dry. This one is pretty dry. See what happened to the foot? Okay. I'm not going to be down here. That seems to be down. Sorry about that. I know that's noisy. And I'm going to put my envelope. I'm just going to hook it right here. And I have this urgent. This is really a scrappy envelope. All right, and then just, so do I have it on that page? Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have to really work. See, this works very nicely. This is, I probably am going to put something on here to get this a little bit more even. Now I don't, oh, I did this page. So what I did is I didn't put gesso on this page, but I just stamped it with, I just stamped it. Hopefully I don't have to add anything here, but if I do, we'll see. It looks okay now. All right. So this particular piece here was off my jelly print. Was a jelly print, and I was just making layers upon layers, and then I added stamps, and then I blend in the stamp with the roller, and then here I added my lady, this same lady here, but I added her here to just, she just goes into the background. You can barely see her. I really like that. And how did I make this tag? Oh, it's just from my telephone book. But I do want to sew this one as well. Like that other one belongs in here too. But I need to sew these guys. So I'm going to put this one first. And then I thought with the card here, I have the card here, so I was matching. But I do need to sew those, but that's where these two will go. So in any of my clusters that I made, I probably will sew some of those too. So that's how that's going to go. But I want to take this off because it's kind of damp. So let's... That's how I think that's all I did this week. Yep, start on this tomorrow or the next day. Not quite sure what I'm going to do there. So, I don't know if we have time to make a cluster. Not really. It's 1:14. Or maybe I could make one cluster. What do you think? I don't like to stay over more than an hour and 15 minutes. But I do know. Isn't that pretty? Oh. Okay. So this is what I'm going to finish up with these clusters here. Oh, I got this. But that doesn't, she doesn't look good there. So should we put her on a white piece of paper? Oh, a little bit better. Should we put her on this paper? Alright. Oh, you know what this is interesting. This is a receipt, but you can hardly see what it says, right? So I thought it would be interesting. Is she gonna fit? Her hand. But she looks better with a lighter background. So that's kind of how I make these, or I have this jumbo piece. She might look good on there too. So I will make a cluster with her. I have a few more of my ephemera to make, and so that's how I do that. There's one thing I want to show you. Oh, I forgot about it. Let's see if I can find it, because I didn't prepare. I took, oh, maybe it's right here. Let's see. Well, I guess I took a magazine and I put I'm not prepared, so I don't know where the magazine is. It's not coming up, is it? Oh well. Can't find it, guys. Is it here? Nope. Well, I guess we're gonna end it. I'll have to show you next time what I did. And here is another one of the print of my girl, and here is another print. So I hope you go to the Ko-fi shop, look at these, see if you would like to include them in your art. And I'm going to sign off, and thank you for coming, and I enjoy doing lives, and I might add a few more lives during the week. I'm not sure, but I do appreciate you dropping by, and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I am live, and I will have some videos are in the waiting. I just need to edit them and do voiceovers, which does take some time. So I will see you next Tuesday, or sooner if I decide to do another live. We'll see. And I am going to sign off, sending love and peace and joy and kindness, and to you and to the world. Enjoy your beautiful evening and your coming week. Bye-bye.